Dimension 20's Mentopolis may be one of the greatest actual play settings of all time.
A bold claim.
Really quick, we just want to let you know that we are officially 1 year old today, the character sheet, so thank you to all the people who've watched and subscribed to the channel over the last year. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider tossing a sub our way as we close in on 20k, as we have some cool giveaways planned when we hit that milestone. Anyway, back to the video. Episode 1 of Mentopolis, the new Dimension 20 campaign, came out, and we have to say that the amazing setting has blown us away. But before we dig into why it's so special, a warning that there will be some very mild spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to know anything about Episode 1, click away now.
You have to be careful.
So how do I describe the setting of Mentopolis? Well, as a handsome stranger once said, it's like Pixar's Inside Out, set in Dark City and directed by Fritz Lang. The setting takes place in a city that is actually the brain of a junior research scientist named Elias Hodge, with the amazing cast of characters and NPCs all playing aspects of his mind, and all set in a deeply atmospheric noir setting. For example, the researcher's curiosity is played by Hunch Curio, a classic gritty noir gumshoe detective played by Mike Trapp from Actually. His impulsiveness is being played as a femme fatale named Mentopolis by Dimension 20 cast regular Siobhan Thompson, and his fixation is being represented by a big street goon named The Fix, played by Hank Green, famous for his Vlogbrothers YouTube channel, just to name some of this fantastic cast. The set itself is a noir masterpiece with that classic sinister Venetian blind style striped lighting. The dome itself is transformed into an atmospheric video screen full of these Art Deco illustrations in subdued colors, and the table in front of the players is turned into the city itself, including a metal rail system that leads to each of the players so that Brennan can use it to deliver a metal ball bearing to represent a moxie point each time they fail a check. Because much like Dimension 20's beloved Misfits in Magic season, Mentopolis uses a version of the Kids on Bikes TTRPG instead of D&D, where your skills are represented by different sized dice instead of numbers, and failing gets you moxie points, which you can add to later rolls to help you succeed, or use to trigger special abilities. The city where the game is set is full of brain-based puns and names, with it being divided into areas like Cortex City and Motor City, Hippocampus University, and all communication in the city is handled by Cerebel Pacific, but it's all presented with that dark, noir, gritty aesthetic. Without spoiling much of Episode 1, we can say that the plot also feels like it came straight out of a 1940s noir film, with a murder, a femme fatale being followed by mysterious and dangerous enemies, and a shady nightclub that the cast all seems drawn to by the end of the episode. But the amazing part here is that there are two levels of mysteries. What is happening inside the city to the characters themselves, the murder of a citizen, the people following Imelda, as well as the mystery of what is going on with Elias, as the city becomes flooded with stress chemicals over the course of the episode, and all communication from Cerebel Pacific gets shut down. In fact, the episode ends with some sort of climatic event in Elias's life, as suddenly rain starts pouring down and synapses start firing wildly, and it's all just done to perfection. This is easily the hardest Dimension 20 and Brennan have ever committed to the theme of one of their campaign settings. And because of that and the amazing narrative and presentation, so far it's shaping up to be possibly the best season of Dimension 20 to date. So what do you think of Mentopolis? Has the new season blown you away? Do you miss the D&D mechanics? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to toss us a like and subscribe.